They say a house is not a home without love, but in the eyes of the law, a house is a contract, a financial liability. And when love turns to hate, who is left holding the bill? Today, we have a case of a lease-to-own dream that turned into a nightmare. We have Robin, a mother of 3, who claims her boyfriend, Michael, abandoned her without a dime. There are allegations of alcoholism, bounce checks used to buy liquor, and a sudden disappearance in the middle of the night. But as you are about to see, moral obligation and legal obligation are 2 very different things. When the gavel falls, the verdict might just shock you. It started in May, a new beginning. Michael, the boyfriend, signed a lease-to-own agreement on a house. He put down the down payment. It was supposed to be their future. Robin and her 3 children moved in, trusting him to lead the family. For May, June, and July, everything seemed fine. The payments were made. But then came August.
We are here today because of a dispute over a residence. Plaintiff, you are suing the defendant, your ex-boyfriend, for unpaid rent and bills. Let's establish the baseline. Who is on the lease?
He is, Your Honor. Michael signed the lease. It was a lease-to-own deal. He put the down payment. I moved my 3 children in there because I trusted him to provide a home.
And you moved in when?
May, Your Honor.
Okay. And the payments? Who is paying?
I was paying, Your Honor. I paid for May. I paid for June. I paid for July. I took care of everything.
Michael wants credit for the months he paid. But the issue isn't what happened in July. The issue is what happened or didn't happen in August.
Your Honor, everything fell apart in August. He was supposed to pay the rent. He wrote a check. But that check bounced.
Why did it bounce?
Because he spent the money on liquor, Your Honor. He had a loan payment due to me of $6,000, plus the rent. But instead of securing our housing, he took that money and went to the liquor store.
Is that true, sir? Did you prioritize alcohol over the roof over your girlfriend's head?
Your Honor, it's complicated. I was going through a lot. I admit, there were financial issues. But I didn't just blow it all on purpose.
He pre-mailed the checks, Your Honor. He set it up to fail. He knew that money wasn't there.
This is a crucial moment. Robin is painting a picture of negligence and addiction. She wants the judge to see Michael not just as a guy who was broke, but as a guy who was irresponsible. However, in civil court, why the money is gone matters less than if the money is owed.
Let's get to the timeline. When did you leave the property, sir?
I left on August 17th.
August 17th. So you were there for roughly 2 weeks of that month.
He claims he lived there for 3 months, but in August he was barely there before the fight.
Okay, let's address the fight. What happened on the 17th?
We had a huge argument, Your Honor. It was toxic. I couldn't stay there anymore. It wasn't safe for my mental health, so I packed my bags and I left.
He didn't just leave, Your Honor. I came home from work and he was gone. No notice, no goodbye. Just an empty closet and unpaid bills. Who does that? I have 3 children in that house.
So, you came home, found him gone, and you stayed?
Yes. Where was I supposed to go? We had a lease.
He had a lease. You just said he is the one on the paper. He had a lease. You just said he is the one on the paper.
Here is where the case takes a sharp turn. Robin feels she is the victim because she was left behind, but the judge is about to explain the cold, hard mechanics of a lease agreement.
Ma'am, listen to me. You are suing him for August rent and September rent. You say he owes you this money.
Yes, because he left me with the burden.
But you lived there, correct?
Yes, me and my kids.
And did he live there in September?
No, Your Honor. I was gone.
Did he live there for the last 2 weeks of August?
No.
So, let me get this straight. You want him to pay you for a house that you were living in, and he was not?
But he signed the lease. He is responsible for the payments.
Responsible to whom?
To the landlord?
Exactly. To the landlord, not to you.
The judge is referring to privity of contract. Michael has a contract with the landlord. If the rent isn't paid, the landlord sues Michael. Robin does not have a contract with Michael that says, I will pay your rent even if I leave. Robin is a beneficiary of the housing, but she is not the debt collector.
But, Your Honor, he left without notice. He should have given me 30 days' notice. You can't just walk out on a family.
Ma'am, this isn't a landlord-tenant relationship between you and him. You are boyfriend and girlfriend cohabitating.
But common courtesy.
Courts don't enforce courtesy. We enforce contracts. Did you have a written agreement with him that said, if we break up, Michael must give 30 days' notice before leaving?
No.
Then he doesn't owe you notice. You had a fight. A significant fight, by both accounts. Usually, when people fight and break up, one person leaves. That is what happened here.
Exactly, Your Honor. She told me to get out.
I didn't tell you to get out. I told you to step up.
It doesn't matter who said what. The fact is, the cohabitation ended on August 17th.
Now comes the financial breakdown. Robin wants Michael to pay for the time he wasn't there. The judge is about to flip the script and ask, why should he pay for your roof?
Plaintiff, let's look at August. He lived there for 17 days. You lived there for 31 days.
Yes.
And in September?
I was there. He wasn't.
So you had exclusive possession of the property. You and your children enjoyed the safety and comfort of the house. You want him to pay for that privilege?
He promised to take care of us.
He promised to pay the landlord for the lease. If he stops paying, the landlord evicts him, and by extension, you. But that is between him and the landlord. If you pay the rent to stay there, you are paying for your own housing. You are not paying his debt. You are securing your shelter. If I ordered him to pay you the rent for September, you would be living for free, and he would be paying for a house he can't enter. That is called unjust enrichment. You would be enriched at his expense. Michael, you may have moral failings. Bouncing a check for liquor is not responsible. Leaving a woman and 3 kids suddenly is not gallant. But this is a court of law, not a court of morals.
I understand, Your Honor.
You moved out on August 17th. You are responsible to your landlord for breaking that lease, and I suspect he will sue you eventually. But you do not owe Robin for the rent in September or the remainder of August. She lived there. She consumed the value of the property.
So I get nothing? He just walks away?
You got a place to stay for those months, ma'am. That is not nothing. The plaintiff's case is dismissed. No monetary award is granted.
And just like that, the case is closed. Robin leaves with nothing but the bill she paid to keep a roof over her head. Michael leaves without paying her, but with a broken lease hanging over his credit report. This case serves as a brutal reminder for anyone entering a lease-to-own agreement or moving in with a partner. 1. Always have your name on the lease if you want rights. 2. Never assume a moral obligation equals a legal debt. 3. If your partner leaves, the contract with the landlord doesn't automatically transfer to you, but neither does the ex-partner's money. Robin wanted justice for a broken heart and a broken promise. The judge gave her a lesson in contract law. Michael may have escaped paying Robin, but his battle with the landlord is likely just beginning.